Sunilji Bhatt is also now joining me for the latest on that. Sunil, go ahead, because the Jawans to whom the homage is being paid by the Defence Minister, by the CDS General Anil Chauhan, there are family members as well. Tell us what the mood is like, and importantly, what sort of arrangements are being done by the government to ensure that this day is remembered.
Well, Pooja, a grateful nation is paying homage to the brave hearts of the Kargil war. Right now, I am at the War Memorial in Udhampur district of Jammu and Kashmir. This is the headquarters of Indian Army's Northern Command, and here top army officials are laying wreaths here at the War Memorial in Udhampur district, and you can see that ex-servicemen are also here, former army veterans, they are also paying their tributes to the brave hearts of the Kargil war, who laid down their lives for the nation in 1999. And Pooja, similar functions are taking place across the length and breadth of Jammu and Kashmir. Wherever there are, army camps and security installations, officials, army jawans and security personnel are, paying tributes to the martyrs of the Kargil war. And in 1999, Pakistani army personnel had occupied the heights of Kargil. And later on, Operation Vijay was launched, and on 26th of July 1999, this operation was declared successful. India secured victory. Our armed forces brought glory to our nation, and enemy was pushed out, was pushed back. And this day is observed, is celebrated in remembrance of our brave hearts who laid down their lives for the nation, for the honor, for the dignity of Mother India, for the territorial integrity of India. And you can see here, Pooja, that large number of army personnel at the Indian Army's Northern Army Command have assembled here. One by one, they are paying tributes to the brave hearts here. They are laying wreaths at the War Memorial here. Ex-servicemen are also here, but the main function is going on right now at the War Memorial in Dras, where Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, 3 service chiefs are there, and Veer Naris are there, war veterans are there. So this is a solemn occasion, Pooja, that at the same time, while we are celebrating our victory of the 1999 Kargil war, but at the same time we are also remembering our brave hearts who could not...
You'll stay on with me. So yes, the main ceremony, while is organized in the Kargil War Memorial in Dras in Ladakh, even in Udhampur in Jammu and Kashmir, across the country, there are different events that are organized, whether it's even a bike rally, whether it's poster campaigns, whether students get together, or there are, remember, different commands of the Indian Armed Forces. There are these events that are organized at different levels to remember the event. Eventually, remember, it is about the families that are left behind, that the citizens of this country are extremely grateful to, thankful to the manner in which the men in uniform had fought with blood and sacrifice to ensure our territory remains with us. It is no ordinary day. Remember, it may have been 24 years, but it is a day that is a remembrance about how India at that point fought of an unnecessary intruder that had come from Pakistan. Had it not been for the locals, for the Indian Armed Forces, those territories in Kargil, the Tiger Hill, would have gone to Pakistan forever. These are the latest visuals coming in from the War Memorial in Dras in Kargil, where annually these events are organized on the 26th of July. Ashraf Wani continues to be with us, and also Sunilji Bhatt. Sunil, I want to come to you as well. I remember we were students in school when the Kargil war had broken out, and we all remember the kind of mood at that point was. Certain restrictions that were also played out. We were all expected to be giving our support to the soldiers. But from then, 24 years on, we also remember how it shouldn't become a memory. It should retain the value of the soldiers' sacrifice, even in today's generation, so they know what happened in 1999. But do tell us what sort of cultural performances, parades, and the sort of events that are organized today across the country, and specifically in Udhampur in Jammu and Kashmir, where you are right now.
Absolutely, Pooja. This war was watched by the entire nation on their television sets. And who can forget these words, "Ye Dil Mange More," of Captain Vikram Batra. And the other brave hearts who laid down their lives for the motherland. And this is a solemn occasion today, Pooja, and more than 500 army jawans, sacrificed their lives for the dignity of the nation, for the dignity of our tricolor. Same tricolor that represents our sovereignty, integrity. And here you can see that at the headquarters of the Northern Army Command of the Indian Army, army personnel are paying tributes to the brave hearts, and we can also see that top army officials are arriving here. They are also going to lay wreaths, and similar programs are being organized at various places in Jammu and Kashmir, be it the Satwari Army Camp, Akhnur, Rajouri, Punch, and even in the Kashmir Valley. So this day is, celebrated by the army, by the nation. This day recalls that how our armed forces secured a major victory against Pakistan in 1999. But this is also an occasion to pay tributes to those, brave hearts who could not return home, who could not, come back to their homes. We are remembering them. We are paying our tributes to them. And here at the Northern Army Command's headquarters in Udhampur district, army officials, top army officials are paying their heartfelt tributes to the brave hearts who laid down their lives here at the War Memorial at the Northern Command. You can see that war veterans are also here. Function has already started, but, Chief of Staff of Northern Army Command, he is going to arrive shortly here, and he is going to lay wreath here at the War Memorial. Pooja, back to you.
You mentioned Captain Vikram Rawatra. I also remember, while Pakistan may like us and want us to forget that incident, we will never forget what happened to Captain Saurabh Kalia. Captain Saurabh Kalia and the 5 sepoys whose bodies returned without their vital parts, reflecting on the inhuman torture that our soldiers were put through. His father, I remember, Mr. Kalia, has been trying to take Pakistan to International Court of Justice for the sort of violations that were made. These are our people, our soldiers who fought so much with courage and bravery, and the sort of torture that Pakistan inflicted on them must never be forgotten. This is for every generation to remember. This is Defence Minister Rajnath Singh at the War Memorial in Kargil in Ladakh, where they are interacting, and shortly there will be more events. Look at the visuals of 1999, the archive visuals. This was one of the televised conflicts, and that is one of the reasons that we were able to see what happens in a war zone in reality, not as history, not in images, but live as it was happening. In Kargil, this is what our soldiers, with the bare facilities that they had, but managed to ensure victory nevertheless. The sort of stress they must have been under, but ensuring that India returns to victory. 24 years on, we have these visuals coming in from Kargil then and Kargil now, where there is a war memorial to remember them forever. All right, Sunil, because you've been reporting from Jammu and Kashmir for years now, and we remember how Pakistan, beyond the Kargil war, hasn't stopped. Their interference constantly is in Jammu and Kashmir, even today, even in Ladakh. We now also have China, with which the clashes are on. So it is at this point to remember that Kargil war may have got over. We may have had success there, but it isn't a success that has completely ended the tensions on one side with Pakistan, on another with China. So do tell us what sort of efforts that have been on by the government, also by the support of the local residents, both in Jammu and Kashmir and in Ladakh, to ensure that these two irritable neighbors do not succeed in their interference, and that we hope we do not have to go to war again like we had to in Kargil. But if need arises, we are definitely ready this time.
Absolutely, Pooja. Right since 1947, when we gained independence from the British rule, our nation has faced wars from Pakistan, from China, and even, right in 1947, we remember that how, Pakistani army personnel and tribesmen attacked Jammu and Kashmir. Then we had, there was a war in Jammu and Kashmir. Then in 1962, there was war with China, 65, Pakistan, 71, Pakistan, 1999, the Kargil war, and proxy war also. Pooja, in 1990, Pakistan launched a proxy war against India because it felt that in the conventional war, it could not match the might of the Indian armed forces, and then it took, refuge behind the jihadis and terrorists. It started sending armed mercenaries, armed terrorists to Jammu and Kashmir